What's up, everybody? It's the Taco Show. First and foremost, this is part two of understanding homosexuality. And I want to thank God and I want to thank the universe He created for giving me a positive platform to express myself in an open and honest way. Now, let's dig back into it. We were just discussing. That's my little alert to see if anybody's tapping in on my phone. When you hear that little one, that's my little alert to see if somebody is hacking into my phone. And right now, nobody is hacked into my phone line. But anyway, we were just discussing about how is homosexuality a mental thing, a psychological mind state, or is it a sexual thing, or is it connected to emotions where you are drawn into and attracted to the same sex because of a emotional aspect, or is it a sexual thing, or is it all of the above? And then we were talking about how some people feel like they were born that way and their destiny was to be a homosexual and that's just who they are naturally. And I was speaking on how I had some homeboys that I grew up with that we knew were different and we knew that they had feminine ways and that's just who they naturally were. And I still remain friends with a lot of those people and I still respect them because it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. If you're my friend, you're my friend. I'm a real motherfucker. And I'm not going to just bail out on you because of your sexual preference. Because once I respect you, I respect you. Excuse me. But I want to give you guys an example of another thing where psychologically people are in denial about their sexuality. Like the prison situation and the circumstances in prison. I've been locked up before, and homosexuality is very prevalent in prisons. And it's not like how people think that if you go to prison and drop the soap that somebody is gonna run up in you. It's already people that's gay, that be gay on the streets, and they commit crimes and they come into prison, and those persons are still gay, and they still engage in sexual activity. So people ain't running around being booty banders like that no more. That was more like in the 60s and 70s where they was taking people's manhoods to just strip them as a man, period, and make them feel a certain type of way. But now, you got homosexuals in prison and there's men in there that's engaging in sexual activities with other men, and they come out and they go back to their women and have sex with them women, and they act like that they not gay, even though that they didn't did things that would be considered gay. Like I didn't have some of my own partners when I'm in jail come to me and be like, if I get my dick sucked by her, do you think that makes me gay? Okay, first off, we in an all men's institute, and it ain't no hers and she's in here. We all men. But when people are in denial, they will reference that person, that dude. They will never call that person dude or he or him. They will always reference that person as her or she, or like that dude is a woman, because they be in denial. They really feel like in their heart that person is a woman, but they locked up in a men's prison and they still want to be sexual. So these are the women that walk around the prison. But you totally in denial if you feel like, because when they ask me that, like if I get my dick sucked, do that make me gay? I have to keep it 1,000 with them, whether they my homeboy or not. And I'd have to tell them, yeah, that makes you gay because you engaged in a homosexual act. That makes you gay. You feel me? And it's two things that you can never take back if you feel like you a straight man. Or if you gay. If you engage in something that's homosexual, that means that you gay. You can't take that act back. And if you turn into a rat or a snitch, you can't take that act back. That's something that's going to always be there. And Dudes be in denial and they come back home to these women, these unsuspecting women, and really they would be labeled bisexual if we were gonna keep it technical in terms, but they act like they not gay, you know, and that's something that I never could understand, you know, being in prison and you mess with a dude and you feel like that you not gay because that person looked like a woman or that person carried themselves like a woman, but you know what you done was with a man. So when you already go in knowing that that's a man, that makes me wonder, were you already gay before you came to prison? Because did you already have homosexual thoughts in your mind? But when you got to prison, that gave you an excuse to act on them? I don't know. That's one of the questions that I want to be answered. I had a situation where I was the pots and pans man in prison. And my homeboy, I knew this nigga was not gay. I knew he was a straight man. But he had a significant amount of time that he had to pull on his sentence. He had almost a life sentence. And he folded and he felt like he said, man, I really want to be sexual. And, you know, I was sexually attracted to this dude that was gay. And he said, we had a private bathroom for staff and inmates back in the kitchen at this particular penitentiary. And the pots and pans man, being that I was a pots and pans man, which was a great job that had many perks, I was able to be the lookout for any type of activities, shady activities that was being engaged in that bathroom. So my homeboy, and I won't say his name, my homeboy, but he was from Bloods, just like me. But my homeboy was like, I got a meeting with this she. I got a meeting with this gay dude at the bathroom, and I'm gonna get some head, homie. And do you think I should do this or that, or what are you gonna think about me if I allow this to happen? If I do this, I just said, hey, I ain't gonna judge you for it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your dick. I got my dick, and you got your dick. You can do what you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, how is that going to make you feel? How are you going to feel about yourself after that? So long story short, I started watching the door for him. The she showed up, and the she went in there, and my homeboy went in there. So maybe 6 minutes didn't pass by, and it's quiet, you know, and ain't nobody came. And I didn't told him, I'm going to drop some pots and pans if I see somebody on their way to the bathroom. So if you hear the pots and pans drop on the floor, you'll know that you need to wrap it up and get up out of there. So I'm sitting there, everything cool, everything clear. And I hear all this banging. Boom, 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 boom. It's like two gorillas up in that motherfucker fighting. You know what I'm saying? So my nigga just open the door, just hurry up and open up the door and boom, he just take off like a 100 yard dash. He's streaking. His shirt unbuttoned, pants damn near hanging off his ass. He's streaking through that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, what the fuck did happen? So probably 2 minutes later, the she come out the bathroom and he drying his hands off and he walked by and he just smirked at me. He just give me like a little half-ass smile, you know what I'm saying? Like a little devious smile and keep on switching on down the road. He got his little switch on with his little tight pants on and all the Kool-Aid on his lips and everything. So me and we get a cigarette break and I go out and holler at the homie and I say, what happened? Did you go through with that shit or what? He say, man, I get in that motherfucker, man, and I'm ready to get my dick sucked. And he said he couldn't get hard. So that means he probably wasn't attracted to men. So he said he couldn't get hard. So then the gay dude want to jack him off. But he tell dude, nah, I'm going to get it up myself. So he say he over there trying to get himself ready so the dude can do what he do. And he look over and the dude over there jacking off too. And he say he looking over there, and this nigga got a big long ass dick. You know what I mean? And he say the dude tell him, matter of fact, when I get done doing you, I want some too. And what you mean by that? You want some of this head and you want some of this ass. When I get done doing you, I want some head and I want some of your ass. The homie said they got the tussling in that motherfucker, man. And he felt like the nigga was about to rape him. So he busts up out that motherfucker, and it's just fucked up how, and I don't know if he ended up engaging in anything else that was homosexual, but I know he was at his breaking point and he was about to engage into it. So that's another psychological thing where people be in denial and, you just never know what a person gonna be on or where they really stand at, where their position is on their sexual preference. And, that's just another thing. Like, I just want a question answered. Like, if you know that you engaging in something homosexual, like I gave you the example about Tank, he knew that was homosexual. You suck a nigga dick, but if you don't like it, you ain't homosexual. Nah, you gay. If you in the penitentiary and you fucking another man and he your same sex or he sucking your dick, you gay. No ifs, ands about it. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think. We're going to go on to the third subject because we finna get into the women now. Taco Show, I'm out.